Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. I'm Nye.
Back so soon? I knew you would not falter.
He just won't say anything else.
Into the depths we go, searching for the dead and dying.
Which means we're fighting a skull this time. And who could it be other than the Queen of Skulls? Few necromancers possess the skill or courage to attempt the creation of such a creature. Any misstep during the ceremony could result in a hideously painful death. And she wants to give us hideously painful deaths too, because she cursed us twice. Once with Haunted, that says that anytime we buy a new item, we gain a curse. And they're going to try to tempt us into that, because all traders have been persuaded to offer cheaper items. Things are cheaper at shops. Keep in mind that this particular curse specifically talks about items. Food doesn't count. Blessings don't count as far as I'm aware. Taking off curses don't count. She's going to give us 4 Dark Dwellers, which are a encounter card, and 4 called the Shadows, which if I remember correctly, are
so
damage
much
cards.
Death and sorrow in the world. Can you hear the winds keening in loss? Can you hear the dirges as the trees and the earth cry out in sorrow? This is the Queen of Skulls, and that is all she can hear. It has driven her to madness. Her touch is the promise of death, and I say to you, you were warned. Farewell.
It almost seems like he's reading a poem there, but I don't know what poem he could be talking about. Okay, so we're gonna leave our decks, at least for equipment, mostly the same as they were. I did a small set of alterations, mostly just to make sure that I was keeping any kind of undead fighting things in there, so the hammers, which are typically holy, things like that. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Battle at Brooktop. We are definitely getting rid of Ratman hunting. That's definitely gonna happen. I kind of don't want Heroes Remains. Is that enough to get everything? Old Graveyard, Blood Auction. Actually, we do not want Old Graveyard. Holy Forge, Metal Ore, The Apprentice, Marketplace, Altar. Got 2 more cards that I can put in. What do I want to do? I want to keep Loan in because that's pretty good. Treasure Chest has at least a decent chance of giving me something. Then we can get rid of Stranger in the Shadows without a problem, and probably get rid of Goblins too. They're useful in their own way. But, I will put in Old Graveyard. I just got to be careful about that card because it can cause some really unpleasant events.
The Queen of Skulls are unhealthy for the living.
Of course, dead things and living things don't get along well together. So that was that lose 30% to max health or whatever it is. So that was one of the pain cards. And then if you look to the right, that Curse of Shadow is lose 10 health per curse or something like that. Some very large amount of health gone. We want to avoid that if at all possible. The building Rin is looking much better lit the further we go in. Less shadow, more good stuff. And here we go.
The depths of the game that you have attained. They were too weak or too inflexible, too passionate or lacking in the necessary will. You are different.
I'm a badass. That is right. Let's go ahead and enter the cave. So notice we enter with 20 food instead of the usual 15. So that's the upgrade we got off of wands. You'll also notice our change in equipment to let this animation play so you can see exactly what we're getting, because it is actually going to hurt us a little bit. Medium armor, starting us off. That's kind of the big upgrade, I believe. We still have the regular axe. So that's going to hurt us a little bit because it slows us down with our movement just a wee bit, so we're not going to be able to get through those traps quite as quickly as we otherwise would have. But instead of taking 11 damage, we only take 8, so there is a little bit of leeway there. To dodge at the right times. Just let that do its thing. Oh, I got hit by that. I should not have got hit by that. That was completely my fault. We're taking a decent amount of damage. Ow. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on with that. So I'm still taking about as much damage as I would have with a more normal setup with our light armor and such. There we go. Gotta get that timing right. You can walk a little before you have to dive roll. It's not that important. I just completely forgot about that, apparently. Get our 3 gain cards, including 15 gold.
I'm sure you are grateful.
25 gold. And free equipment. Mercenary Contract or Spirit Walk. So Spirit Walk is new. During combat, press right bumper to become ethereal, avoiding all damage until your next attack. I kind of prefer Mercenary Contract. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up. The plan is, hopefully, that we're going to find a healer of some sort, and we're going to be able to get rid of
Even I am unsure where this thing springs from.
Hopefully we're going to get rid of that curse and then just get cheap items for the rest of the game. Dark Dweller is one of the cards that she put in. Your path is blocked by an evil mass of tentacles and eyes. Even as you watch, the thing sprouts new limbs, reaching eagerly for you. Choices are to flee back the way we came. We can't do that because we have to cross this direction, so we must attempt to get around the creature. You'll notice we have 1 success and 4 failures. Really want that success card if we can.
Select your desire.
Nope, that's a failure, unfortunately. Your luck only lasts so long before the tentacles get a hold of you. We take 2 pain cards, including losing 10 health and losing 5 food. Not the worst thing we could have gotten off that card. Loan, I'm completely okay with.
Come to this table with debts outstanding.
In a busy market town, you're approached by a shopkeeper on the verge of losing his store. If you lend me gold, blah, 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 he'll give me stuff. We'll give him 10 gold because I don't need it right now. We're going to get it back later. Helpful priest. That is indeed God's looking upon me favorably. Let's go ahead and give him half my food. Get ourselves, hopefully, some blessings that will be particularly useful. Darn, missed huge success. We will gain a blessing. High constitutions. Every time we take a step, we gain double healing, so we gain 10 health per step instead of just 5. So, this will really help us counter the Dark Dweller in a very big way, but we need to get food back.
I have merely perfected it. You have begun to understand my innovations.
So the metal ore. As you traverse a particularly tricky trail across a mountain ridge, you notice a dark ravine beneath you. Something glitters in the dim sunlight that reaches to the base of the caverns. We'll climb down and take a look. In the gloom of the narrow canyon, you find the old remains of a wooden cart, apparently having fallen down years ago. You find nothing of worth except a chunk of glittering metallic ore. It might not sell for much in its current state, but perhaps you can find someone who can use it. You take it and make your way back up to the path. I certainly can, and it is my hope that we'll find them on this run.
Your food runs short.
Hey, there's a shop.
This does not bode well.
Let's go see what they have.
So few trade in the land of death that deals are easy to strike.
So he's mostly just talking about the fact that items are going to be a lot cheaper than normal. We can see it in buy items. The Explorer's helmet's only 8. Desperate Measures is only 20. Berserker armor healing cap. We have some good options here, but the curse that comes with is not good. You notice that the discounts don't apply to food, but neither does the curse. I'm content with just taking that and just moving on. So we're going to get up to full health here in just a second. Let's see what's over here. Dead Man's Gorge. I'm happy to have this fight. 3 of mages, 2 of scales. Not the worst fight of all time. I'm not amazingly happy about it, but I think that we'll be able to get away without too much damage. We want to get rid of the mages as soon as we possibly can, just because they're annoying. Just because they have a chance of doing pretty massive damage to me. But luckily, they're not too hard to counter and block. Just want to avoid that damage. The mages are, well, one's dead, or 2 are dead, sorry. And we'll just keep on doing this, block that. Try to take out this mage. That mage is dead, and then all we have left are the 2 lizard men. This one's going to go down pretty quick. His friend's not really going to come and help him. And now we're done. Oh. Attack that I can't block for some reason. I don't know why I can't block that attack. And you just go off the cliff. Off the cliff. Go over there. Off the cliff. Anytime now. Thank you. Bit of a longer fight than I would have liked, but we didn't take any damage, so I'm happy with that. Gain 3 gain cards, including 1 food. Free equipment, healing cap. We'll go ahead and wear that.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, it's what I'm going to do. It means I gain 20 health per step. If I need it. Gain 25 gold. So now we're going to get that gold back from that loan that we did. Okay, so we've got gold to do stuff. Let's go do the Dead King's Hall. 2 monster cards, 4 of dust, 2 of scales. Not a huge deal. I just want to avoid that, Damn. At least we avoided the huge failure. Because that actually has you take damage on the way into this fight. And we're not going to have too much of an issue here. Even if I do take damage, we are going to get something like 2 to 3 treasure cards. And I will also be able to heal back any damage I do take in this arena. So I'm not terribly concerned about what's going to go on here. Let's dodge that. Deflect that. We're just gonna kind of be working our way through here, letting the traps take care of these guys as much as I possibly can. Why can't I hit you? Block that. Block that. Not really taking much in the way of damage, which is good. This is just going to be one of those slow-rolling fights where I'm going to gradually kill things as opposed to very quickly killing guys. Let's dodge all that. Unfortunately, remember, these guys can't hurt each other as much as I wish they could. That guy should be dead, thanks to that slow animation. I got hit by a trap, which meant that actually stopped my counter there. Luckily, I think he also got hit, so... Go away. Get out of the way of that. I think that bandit's dead. Wish that one was. Stop that. Get out of the way of that. You're dead. You're dead. And you're dead. Okay. Ended up taking about 11 damage. Not amazing as a fight, but considering all the traps that were around, not too worried about it. We get 2 gain cards and a free equipment card this time. That's a bit new.
Pendulum can swing both ways.
Lots of food. And a scavenger's cap. I wish I'd gotten this first. We're not going to use that right now. We'll switch to it if we start needing food. Cave escape.
Caves and caverns. One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now.
So we got another shop, so the
Permanent
question's going to be...
For those willing to endure the local color.
The question's going to be, is there anything in this shop that's going to be worth me taking a curse on? Probably not. Fortune's Breath, no. Mage's Mask, Healer's Ring, Medium Armor, I already have that. So nothing in that shop that I really care about, honestly. We're just going to go ahead and skip it and just move on. Charity 2.
A challenge for you, and a token.
So
if
feed
you
the
succeed.
kitties. Let's give them 10 food. So a 3 and 4 chance of successfully not screwing this up. There we go. So we get a blessing card and our token, Self-Righteous, so I deal more damage for every blessing. So that's good.
I will have to rebalance that next time.
So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a lot of food. Now we're going to go ahead and switch our helmet to the scavenger's cap. So we can get some food back in the hopes of getting more food later on, potentially do another food-related card. We'll go ahead and approach this treasure chest. Got a success on the first chance. This gets us to the actual chest itself. Still doing pretty good here. Another success. Let's get ourselves our free rewards. 4 gain cards, including 15 gold, 20 gold, 25 gold, and 15 gold. So they're giving me a lot of money that I'm not allowed to use. Crucible. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and enter the Crucible because I don't want to deal with this. I would try to bribe my way through, but the money could be useful in the future. There are cards that do want lots and lots of money, and I don't know if we actually have any equipped yet. Let's block that. Block the leaps. Block the other guy. Stop that. So those 2 should be dead, I think. And you should be dead. Take a little bit of damage off the range attack, but a little better to not stand in the poison than it would be to dodge the ranged. So that's fine. Took about 7 damage. We'll heal that in 1 step at the moment. Do it again. We'll take 2 of just. I don't want to deal with Jack of Scales. If there's no benefit to it, I don't want to do it. So we'll go ahead and just hack and slash our way through this. This guy should be dead now. Nope, amazing. Come on. You know you're dead. Yep, and you know you're dead. Just put my axe through your face. Like I'm supposed to. Okay. Last one. 4 of Plague, 2 of Skulls. Not a bad fight. Not exactly the fight I want to be fighting, just because of the 4 of Plague. I don't like having to stand in the middle of their, in a small arena like this, where they have a lot of chances of actually hitting me with that poison. But if I can kill them near the edge of the encounter area... Don't do that. I'm kind of amazed I didn't counter that, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this guy over here. He's going to be poisoning up the area for a while. You have no more shield. Ow. Okay. That guy's dead. And that should be close to death in this guy. Yep, there we go. Crack his head in half. Maybe he was already like that. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what's up with these bone guys until I kill them. Okay, so we get 1 gold gain card, because that's obviously the thing I need right now. The dealer's having a lot of trouble actually finding gold gain cards. The altar.
Whimsy and caprice. The domains of the old gods. Were they always thus? Or has age corrupted their natures?
So were they good gods once upon a time, and time has completely ruined that, or have they always been dicks? On a deserted hilltop in a faraway land, you discover an old altar. The gods of the old religion are powerful, yet unpredictable in their favors. Do you wish to pray? Yes, we do. So there's a chance of a huge failure here, so we want to avoid that if we can.
Choose from these options.
And I hit it, of course, because I apparently didn't track it right. On bended knee, you beseech your gods to aid you in your quest. A deafening clap of thunder answers your prayer. The wrath of the old gods consumes your blessings. Oh, that's bad. Succeeding in that actually just gives you another blessing. Or 2. I can't remember how many.
To play the game? Ha.
Devil's choice.
You will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Can I fight the king?
That is what it means
Okay.
to be king. To return even after defeat.
I'm fine with fighting the king. I mean, not a big deal. The king used to be a pain in the ass to fight, but he isn't as much anymore, honestly. He's going to heal his allies. We want to stop that as much as possible. Go ahead and bomb him. That's cool. I'm just going to kill these guys while you do that. Oh, joy. Just trying to block this asshole. That hit them. Remember, he can't bring guys back. All he can do is heal. Which he is apparently having fun with. Just let you guys get hit by all that. Ow. Luckily, my medium armor is allowing most of this to be ignored. Oh. Can he get hit by his own? Yes, he can. Interesting. I've never seen him get hit by his own event there. His own cannonball. Get out of the way. Ow. Just keep on smacking the hell out of him. Get out of the way of his strike. Smack the hell out of him. Get out of the way of his strike. And just rinse and repeat. We'll get all of the lost health back in the next couple of steps, assuming that we get some food out of this. The fight's almost over. Did you just fall over already? There's no justifiable reason you should still be standing. There we go. And down goes the king. I love how he fades in color as he dies, just so you know. No, he's down this time. 1 gain card, really? 10 gold per blessing. I don't have any blessings, because all mine got taken away from me.
What an
Dark Dweller.
ignominious way to go. I do hope you
We're just
find
gonna
something to eat.
run away from that.
Evil made flesh, but with no craft or substance.
Because this is going to tell me what's left.
Powerful magic,
Um,
but unfocused.
warning signs, I don't want to deal with this low of health. I do want to do the Devil's Wager, though. Because if I'm going to be low on
Trust
health.
the devil or don't. I wouldn't.
The devil appears in a puff of smoke and fixes its evil gaze upon you. Greetings, mortal. We draw 1 monster card, 2 of dust. If you can defeat my minions without taking a scratch, I'll reward you with gold and magical trinkets. Sure. I said you could do it without a scratch, but I'll be generous and leave you a little more than that. So he drops me down to 8 health. This could be good or bad. The only reason I went for it is because we have no food, so I'm probably going to die anyways. And, oh good, he puts me in a room with tons of traps. But what's good about this, I just want to stay away from that trap. Just let them take damage from that. What's good about this is I already had low health anyways, and I got a decent fight. I only had to deal with 2 of dust as opposed to lots of dust. So that ended up working out pretty well. Hopefully he'll give me food. You're not dead. That is unexpected. The devil waves his hand, partially healing you. We get a token, and we get 4 gain cards after he disappears behind some loot. 5 max health. Draw 1 equipment. The Ring of Justice. Using a weapon ability causes the player to be fully healed and for the ring to be destroyed at the end of that combat. We have no weapon as an ability, though. Now we do. Tap for Desperate Measures. Gain 5 food.
It is yours.
Okay.
You can take it.
That actually will bring us right back into the game. We have enough food to keep going. I wish I could do warning signs, but that card is really hard to deal with at the best of times, much less when you have very low health.
Nothing but the sounds of morning. She is close.
So we're at a shop. I have a hammer.
I'm not surprised they have difficulty selling their wares here.
I have a hammer, so I'm not incredibly worried about having a holy weapon. So really, for me, buying food is the big thing I want to do with the majority of this money. That just allows me to do a lot more stuff. Do you have any items I care about? Feathered Ice, Fortitude's Breath, Huge Hammer, Ring of Survival. No. We will heal our wounds in this next fight, whatever the next fight is, so I'm not really worried about that. So we're just going to explore a little bit. Dark Dweller? Well, that's not going to happen. We'll just turn around. No big deal. Lost in the desert. Okay.
Now you have reached a point from which the path ahead is unclear. What will be your solution?
I will pray. Oh, God. Was it this one? It was that one. Neat. You stumble upon a long-lost tomb with treasure still inside. We loot the room, get some gloves. Fleet gloves, I think it's the only gloves I have. And we get the token. So that's good. We're getting close to fully healed, and we still have plenty of food for the rest of this area. Old graveyard. Okay, so this is really bad.
Of the grave. What irony.
In an old abandoned graveyard, the restless spirit sense a presence of a cursed soul. They are not pleased to have been disturbed. Ghostly talons claw agonizingly at your flesh until you finally reach the other side of the graveyard. We take 2 pain cards. That's caused by how many curses I have. So if I'd gotten there with no curses, I would have gotten everything. Do you have anything I care about? I would have gotten the token if I went in with no curses. It's 1 pain card per curse, so that's why I didn't necessarily want to put it in the deck at the beginning, but... War Cry. Press the right bumper to perform a War Cry. You'll be able to perform your most damaging attacks without building a combo. It's pretty useful, actually. Berserker Armor is pretty good. I kind of want to get rid of Mercenary Contract and buy War Cry, but it really isn't worth it. It's not worth it for a potential curse. Okay, let's go up. Another shop. How useful. We're just going to ignore that one. I guess we'll go down. And I'll be fully healed if this is the fight, which it isn't. The Apprentice.
A portal and a wizard. Or at least an apprentice. It reminds me of days past.
Apparently he was an apprentice at 1.2. One day you happen upon a young wizard practicing his magic in the forest. As you approach, you break his concentration, and he suddenly vanishes in an explosion of magical energy. No sign of the wizard remains. I think that's because I'm on the last floor. That particular event sends you to another floor. So I think that's why. And here's our Queen of Skulls. A powerful skeleton warrior.
Death and learn your fate.
A powerful skeleton warrior with the ability to summon a demonic pile of skulls that can create a legion of skeletons.
We play for a token now.
So the big deal here is that queens have thrones. It's just a thing that they do. The Queen of Dust is kind of the difference. Each queen has a thing that goes with her. So the Queen of Dust has her, moving crossbow thing. The Queen of Skulls has that pile of bones over there, and the big deal about that is that the pile of bones will summon more guys. So we have to get rid of that as early as possible. Just let her do her thing real quick. Okay, let's break this. Remember, I have Desperate Measures, so if I take damage, it's actually kind of a good thing. A little bit. Now I still get hit by that. Okay, any damage I take is kind of a good thing. I get to ruin her army. Hit her, hit that, hit that, hit that, hit that. Get thing. Not really a tough fight. Having gotten a hammer on the way in. If need be, I would have gone to those shops back and forth until I was able to buy a hammer, because a curse to shorten that fight's really useful.
Then it is done. When even a creature as haunting as the Queen of Skulls perishes, we know the game is almost done. The kings are gathering now. Do you see now what I have built?
Kind of.
How elegantly all the pieces fit.
A little bit, sort of, sure. Okay. For donating food for the orphans, we received the Ring of Enlightenment and Charity 3. For winning the Devil's Wager, we receive Fate's Folly. For discovering a tomb while lost in the desert, we received Gain 25 gold and the Desert Cult. As a reward for defeating the Skeleton Queen, we received Queen of Plague and the Lizard Dome. As a reward for defeating the Skeleton Queen, we also receive Arrow Cutter and Mortal Whimsy. Good stuff.
Round. You have earned it.
Well, folks, if you want to see one more round, not only can you hit like, which will tell me you want to see it, and you can also hit subscribe, and you will be told when that next round goes up. And with that, my friends, I'll see you next time.